Hi, everyone. Mayor Kevin Davis here, the next installment of the Mayor's Zoom video interview lounge. And so today, I'm talking to some staff that work at our library, and the library has undergone a rather major change with COVID-19, still committed to providing us with services. So let's hear all about that. So I have with us three staff from the library, and I'll start with Raylyn. Raylyn is the chief librarian. So Raylyn, could you introduce us to the other two staff you have with you today?
For sure, thank you. So I have with me here today is Danielle Baines, who is the coordinator of public services. And Danielle has been taking on a role since we've been closed of responding to most of our customer inquiries during the closure period. And we also have Joffrey Moyer, and Joffrey is a library technician, and he also specializes in fact, an award-winning expert in local history.
Yes, I love history. So unfortunately, we can't do that today. We don't have enough time, but maybe we'll do another installment on that. So Daniel, I'm going to send the first question to you. And is the library still open?
So our physical branches are closed. So that is Main and at St. Paul. And because of this, our book drops are also closed. So we are asking that everyone hang on to any library material they do have. We will be extending due dates and waiving fines, so they don't have to worry about any of that. But just until we reopen, and then we can accept returns again. However, we do offer a lot through our website. So that is sort of our virtual branch right now. And I was just going to show everyone we have a page with all of our digital services. So I was going to highlight that anyone with a card can access.
Well, let's go there, Daniel. Show it to us.
Okay.
All
So when
right.
you get to our website, this is what you will see. There are a few ways to access the digital services material. It does show up in our banner right here.
Right.
But over on the side too is also, it will take you.
And this looks different than what I would have seen 6 months ago.
Yeah, we just put this together after the closure to make it easier for everyone to sort of discover what we have on the website. So there's everything from ebooks and audiobooks, digital magazines and newspapers, so including like the Brantford Expositor, the Toronto Star. We have movies and television and music streaming, online learning. You can take a course, you can do online tutorials. We have home-based activities. It's very popular, especially like some story times in there and stuff to do with the kids at home. Research, more children's resources, teen resources, local history. And if you are having any difficulty accessing any of those, you can still email or call us, and it will probably be me, and I'll get back to you and help you get onto all those things.
You know, Daniel, I'm very pleased you showed all that to us, because I'm a big user of the ebook service, but I didn't fully realize everything else that's on the library website. It's amazing.
Yes, we have a lot to offer.
A lot to offer. So what if someone isn't a member of the library? They don't have a library card right now. How do they access this?
So that was the most popular question we received once we closed through email and our Facebook page. So we did develop a temporary membership form on our website. So this page actually at the top here does have a link to it. So from here, it's just a short form. It only will take a couple minutes to fill out. And then once you submit it, you'll receive an email from us within a day or two, and that will have your library card number to get on to our digital resources. These cards are free for everyone living within the city of Brantford, but relatively new. Our neighboring communities of Brant County and Six Nations can also get a card for free. So that is fairly new, and a lot of people don't know that yet. So
yeah, that's great, because I know when I got onto the ebook service, I had to come down. I think I had to come down and show my card, my library card. I remember that. But don't have to do that anymore, right?
Well, you'll have a number and then you can get right on.
Thanks very much, Daniel. I appreciate that. Joffrey, what library services have been most popular since COVID-19 arrived?
Well, since we've closed, ebooks and audiobook use has gone up dramatically over this time period. In the month of April, for example, we've had over 25,000 items borrowed. So that equates to around 830 books or audiobooks downloaded per day. And one piece that I'm really excited about that I would love to share with you at the time is our genealogical resources. Now that people have, let's just say, been homesteading, now they've really taken an active interest in their family histories.
Right.
And I will show you that. So the first thing that people are really interested in is the birth, marriage, and death index that we have. And we have around 330,000 local records that are on there for the community to view. They'll have to wait, unfortunately, to come into the library to take a look at that on the microfilm machines. Plenty of genealogical websites are available, and most interesting for people is Ancestry.com is now available from home. And the other piece that we have for our history, which is really your history, is the digital archives. Now, since we went live with our new website since December, we have hundreds of local history photographs on this database and many books for the end user to take a look at, such as BCI yearbooks from the 1920s and specific history books towards Brantford.
Yeah,
So
we're seeing some of that right now, Joffrey. So this is what you've been telling us about, right? The genealogy, local history, war memorial search. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. And with the War Memorial Search, this is specific to those who were killed during the Second World War. And with the 75th anniversary that just passed, this is getting a lot of views.
Great. So this is all available to us at a click of our cursor.
That is correct.
Very much for that, Joffrey. So I'm now going to ask, so Raylyn, tell us, why is the library important at this time?
Well, I think as you heard from Joffrey and Danielle, we still have so much to offer even though our doors are closed. I really believe we have something for everybody, whether you're looking for information or to learn a new skill or to entertain yourself. Really, or ways to feel connected to other people in this difficult time. So we still have so many options, even though our doors are closed. And the other thing is, it is a difficult financial time for many people at this time. And the great thing about the library, as Danielle mentioned, is your membership is free and all of these resources are free. So if you think about LinkedIn Learning, if you were to subscribe to that as an individual person, that would be $35 a month, but you can get it through the library for free. Or magazine subscriptions, for example, or some of our database access. So all of that's for free. And if you're borrowing your books or your audiobooks or your magazines or your movies, then you're not paying for them. So
I've been waiting for a download for To Kill a Mockingbird. I've always wanted to read that book. Can you move me up the list a little bit? I guess not.
We'll see
No
if we can do
favoritism for
that.
the mayor. So Raylyn, what can we expect when the library reopens, and when do you think that might happen? The traditional library.
Sure, yeah. Like all public libraries in Ontario right now, we're doing our part, and we've restricted our physical services at this time. So really we're waiting on announcements from the government and public health officials to give us the okay to start reintroducing some of our services. And unfortunately, we don't know when that is going to be yet. So right now we're focusing on preparing and making plans for that time, because things are going to look a lot different when we are able to open our doors again and provide access to services. And we're going to make sure that we do it in a safe way, safe for our staff, safe for the public. But I think it is going to be a long time, unfortunately, before people can use our space as a space. We're thinking of a phased approach to reintroducing services. So likely that's going to start with providing access to our collections in some contact-free way, but still restricting access to the building. But we still have things to look forward to. We have we redid our children's space recently.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that, because I love taking my grandson there, and I keep telling him it's going to be great when we finally open. So I know he's eagerly awaiting the opening of the children's section.
For sure, and we were able to give people a bit of a sneak peek into it before we closed, but there's more pieces coming, and especially we're excited about some installation of some custom art murals in the space, so it's going to be all the more special when we do get to reopen. But in terms of what can people expect, we're still going to have something for everybody. So if you haven't been to a library in a really long time or ever, give us a chance, because all the time I hear how people are surprised by all of the things that we offer, and that's online and in person. We still care about literacy. We always will. That's been a cornerstone to libraries, but we recognize there's other forms of literacy now that are important in this day and age. So that's why we try to provide access to resources that help with creativity or exploring technologies. We loan out sewing machines, we loan out robots for learning coding. We just do so much more than people realize. So give us a shot when you can. And I will say about libraries is they've always been great at adapting to changing circumstances, and so we're going to find a way to adapt to these challenging times as well.
Absolutely, because even as a mayor, I think I know a little bit more about the library than most, but even what I've learned today, I'm surprised by just the number of services provided. And so I really want to thank you very much. I mean, the library, you're right, many people don't realize just how important the library is to our community, and helping people in our community in terms of education, keeping them informed. As you said, providing them with free access to a lot of information, I think is really important as people are sitting at home through this COVID-19 pandemic. So I really look forward to coming over. I want to be over there, that official opening of that children's section. So keep me on in the invite list for that.
Will do.
And again, thank you very much, Joffrey and Danielle, for joining in today in the Mayor's Zoom Lounge, and have a great long weekend.